I am back with some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We're on episode 5 and I'm pretty much caught up now. Like, this is the new rotation, so technically there won't be any more Grand Theft Auto 4 now. I've kind of cancelled that series, but now it's just going to be Mass Effect in every other rotation. So like this rotation will have Mass Effect, like last rotation had Halo. It'll be alternating between them every 4 days. But then there's going to be Assassin's Creed in between each of them. So, but yeah, besides that, yeah, we'll carry on. Last time, I think we've got 1 or 2 more things to finish off on the what's it called? What's the planet called? What's that space station called? Why have I blanked? I've completely forgot where we're at. Citadel, that's it. And I think we've done everything. Expose, leave the Quarian. Yeah, we need to go to the tower. Yeah, that's it. So I just need to get the controls again. It should be alright. But all is good. I'm pretty much this weekend doing this rotation. I've just done the Assassin's Creeds that are coming out. One would have been yesterday, and one will be tomorrow. And then I'm gonna do this episode and the next for Mass Effect, all today, and then I'm gonna do the afternoon videos tomorrow. So I'm like doing 4 days worth in 2 days, which is quite good. That's the tower, right? Yeah. We'll soon be adventuring.
Enjoy the look on the council's face when they see evidence they can't just ignore.
If the evidence is worth trying to kill me for, I hope it is sufficient to motivate the council.
Hi, Mum. I hope my mic was off when I did that intro then. Because I just looked down and I pressed the mic button, but it went black, so it went off. I pressed it to mute it so that you could hear it, but I hope. But if I ain't done the intro, it's episode 5 of the Let's Play. I hope the intro was alright. Be annoying if it wasn't. But yeah, we'll soon be moving from the Citadel. I tried to get most of the Citadel stuff. Well, I say most of it, just so we're not round here. Keep coming back and forth, you know. Let's see how this goes.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us 1 step closer to finding the conduit.
And 1 step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Yeah. And look, I could die. Even though I won't. I'm too good.
Commander Shepard, step forward. It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
So cool. So cool. So much better than Star Wars.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Show him for me. Alright, okay.
I
So
thought
we're
the
going to be in the
ambassador would be
Citadel a
little
bit
more
more then.
grateful. He didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
Spectre bonus, Spectre training, talent unlocked. Cool.
300 years ago, the Geth drove my people into exile. We asked the Council to wipe the synthetics out, but they ignored our pleas.
Maybe if they'd listened, we wouldn't... Huh.
Yeah, that's true.
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander?
I like Ashley, actually. I might draw some fun with Ashley. This, because like before, Because I really liked my first playthrough, because I went with Liara for the first game, and then because in the second game I didn't have the DLCs with Liara, and you only had like 1 or 2 moments with her, I ended up going with Tali, and I never changed after that.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
I'm not just some soldier. I'm a Spectre.
A Spectre? I heard they were thinking about letting humans into the ranks. About time. Well, that means you can go anywhere you want, right? Even out into the Traverse? My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of 2 things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
See what we can do. But yeah, I gotta say, Mass Effect, there's way more to offer than Star Wars, I think. It's so much more relatable. Like, you could see our humanity being at the stage. It's set in the Milky Way as well, so it's a bit more. You can connect to it a bit more, I think. Especially when Earth gets attacked as well.
One of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
When Mass Effect gets attacked in, no, when Earth gets attacked in Mass Effect 3, it's like, oh shit, that's our home. And it's more reason to defend it. So where are we going? So what are we doing? So C-set, yeah, that's it.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
I think C6 down here, isn't it? Is it down here? I don't think it is it? C6 in the wards, right? To the Citadel. Yeah. Yeah. Thought so. I wonder why they've got Krogan. There's not many Krogan on here. I think there is a reason. It's probably because of the genophage and stuff. But it's weird that they've got a statue there as well.
Binary Helix has settled out of court
Oh,
with
they
a
did it
Krogan
for the
group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Huh. Right. C6 down here, right? Can't remember. It's been a minute since I last played and I've been playing other stuff. Like I have been playing I have continued playing GTA 4. I'm getting quite close to the end now. I've just been playing that in my free time. Man, I would have loved to have done a complete series on that. I really would. Like that, it's such a good game. But it's the way it is, I guess. Really? Skill 2 low.
Good to see you, Commander.
Good to see you, Commander. Oh, who's this? It'll be interesting to see what they do with Mass Effect 4. Kind of glad that I've got into this, you know. Thought I meant to go into the C-set. The ambassador will provide you with ship and crew. Meet him in the Alliance docking bay. Oh really? I thought I had to go to the C-set for something. That's my fault for reading that wrong. Fucking idiot, Commander. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Is it here? I think it's here, right? Presidium.
In breaking
Docking
news,
Bay,
Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
How cool that looks.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real
threat. The Reapers.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop it.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice on that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis
Let's
Tau
go get
cluster.
Liara. Let's go.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Screw yourself, big prick.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. A compromise. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
It was smart. You needed a diversion.
This went way beyond a simple diversion, Commander. The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion.
Why did he get blamed?
How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Okay.
What can you tell me about
Maybe
Novaria?
it'd be good to go see Liara first. I
Novaria's
know that I
trouble.
left that quite late.
Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military's keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Cahoon.
Oh yeah, I think you can find out what
One
happened.
of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Any idea how to find him?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Baines' death. Is there anything else, Commander?
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Cool. Oh yeah, there's a... That's weird. I don't need to scan this guy. Well, let's go then. Unless there's any more stuff here. Well, let's have a look. Explore uncharted worlds of the Artemis Tau cluster. I suppose we could go anywhere. I think it'd be nice to see Liara, get Liara on the team straight out. Suppose we'll see how it goes.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Yeah, that she's not exactly.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100
clean.
battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed, but it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. The Council wants to ignore this. That's no surprise. They never helped us in the past. No reason they'd start now. But we don't need their help. We can do this on our own. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. None of the other species has the guts, grit, or balls to deal with this. So it's up to us. We're the only ones who can stop Saren. I swear to you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain would be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
It's a bit stuttery. I don't know why it's so like it's like that. It's kind of irritating.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my
in the
condition.
future,
Put the Normandy
fact
in
we
my
can-
hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
that's the thing. It's a bit. You think in the future like this, with all the stuff we've got through, like biotics and everything, they could help him.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
Well, that's good then.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Nice, Sammy leveled up. Lovely. Let's see. Spectre chaining. Oh, discount. That's pretty good. Let's save. Let's see.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
True.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
And do I have a room? I can't remember. suppose we'll speak to everyone before we... I think Ashley is downstairs.
Anything?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Why?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive... tends to keep to himself.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, we spoke to him before. Where does... I can't remember... Can't remember where Tally is.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Yeah.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Got a message. Messages, ugh. Dear oh dear. Right.
Nice ship you've got. What can I do for you?
No, yeah, the audio, like the dialogue lines is kind of out of sync sometimes when you first speak to them.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, here we go. See, like, why didn't she speak then? That was a bit irritating.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Okay.
Sir.
So, where's Tally? Maybe in the office, maybe? Can't remember where Tally waits. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, in the engine room. Yes.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours power's silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Cool. Because it's kind of, I noticed that with the dialogue, like, sometimes they just don't say something.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
Or it doesn't come through.
Visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Cool.
Where else have you served, Adams?
You name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo.
Cool.
Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Man, Ashley's still... She's good all the way back to this time.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Kind of similar to China, or is it Japan? Can they do something like that?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Kind of like, that's kind of what Cortana ended up like in
How come the
Halo.
council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Why would they?
A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance.
So much lore in this.
It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who
That's what makes it so good.
So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like goodbye? Then that's it.
I should go.
But that's like the thing is, there's a lot to take in, but the thing that's what makes it so good is that like a lot of games they don't explain half the backstory of species or stuff like this, and it makes such a difference when games do like go into the backstory. Like Halo, for example. Halo Combat Evolved. There's like no backstory to the Covenant or anything like that really. It's only in Halo 2 that they end up going into that stuff. Whereas like this is like, it's like there could be games set before this, and like in Halo, there's not a whole lot in Halo Combat Evolved, say, like leading into previous the only thing they hint at before the only thing that they hint at before the events of Halo Combat Evolved is the Halo Reach, but that's like a throwaway line, like it doesn't explain anything. It's not really only in Halo 2 that you actually come across anything, but that's why I think this works a bit better, because there's so much lore, and it's only the intro to the game really. There's still, like, we ain't even got off the Citadel really, we barely got off planet. And now we're getting into the nitty gritty of everything. It's great. Right, so where are we going? Okay. I would say we go to Liara, but or said Nibia. Shall we go to Novaria because that's on the way? Maybe we do this, and then go to Liara because it's on the way then. Because to be honest, it'd be weird to go there right now. Be less fuel, I guess. Let's go here. Fuck it. So more or less continue on the next episode anyway. Like when I first played through this, I was so close to buying a model of the Normandy, like the first. Is it any one? Is it? I was so close to purchasing a model, but I was like, nah, I don't need it. So we got that. Or shall we go and see Liara? Oh, we could survey. Abandoned vessel on your salvage boat. Okay, cool. Let me just check these. Yeah, I might go and see Liara first, because I didn't do that first. I think I did it like this, where I went to other locations. So we can always come back here, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. So we might as well get our full squad, like a full squad team. Unless we can't find it yet. I don't know, maybe we should go back.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Scans that detected a large crematation of hydrogen. Okay, let's go. Let's go on our first planet. And to be honest, I did like this kind of planet exploration, even though it is basic. Like, who should we take? Just go Ashley and get Let's do that. Because we do need the R in them with 14 maybe. Okay. Whoa. Oh, could you do that in the first game? Aim down sights? Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've done too much remastering on the planets.
On my way.
Yeah. There we go. I need to stop pressing it. I'm gonna end up fast traveling to the Normandy. Bumpers boost. Oh, there's the cannon. Thought there was a cannon. Nice. Nice. Heavy mineral. So did we need? I can't remember why we. Is there crafting from material? I thought that was Mass Effect 3. Or, I've been 2 at. No, 2. I thought there was more emphasis on that stuff in that game. Oh, yeah, and you get sandworms, I think, in this, don't you? I'll be honest, I prefer this to the
Enemy contact.
Where?
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
What about? I prefer this planet exploration to oh, that's not good. I can't get up there. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Shit. To Andromeda. Where I didn't like the 6-wheel drive thing. Like, this is so much more quicker, and it's very basic, but I think it works. Like, it'll do, you know. I'm sure they could probably update this a little bit more, so there's a bit more, like, I don't know, a bit more. They could update this a little bit more, so that there's a bit more, I don't know, more structures around, more objectives. Kind of like in Andromeda, I guess. But if it's if it's basic looking like this, I don't think it's that problem. Like, it's still immersive, and it's just as good. Better in a way, because like it feels more or less open, and you can go anywhere. Like, it's kind of annoying in Andromeda that you can't go up some cliffs because your vehicle ain't got enough speed or things like that. It's kind of irritating, but it slows things down too much. Cam down there. Beacon. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah. No, what the fuck? Why weren't I shooting? That's some bullshit. and why wasn't my person shooting? The Manco shooting? This is the Manco, innit? Manco. That's kind of irritating, man. Like, I was shooting and they weren't doing anything. Where am I? Are you serious? Did I get all my resources? Oh, god damn it. Are you serious, game? Come on. When we're about to do anything, I need to say. I need to stop pressing it. I've got plenty of repairs, but... Can you upgrade your vehicle? I can't remember if you could upgrade your vehicle on this. Save it. Squad. Ashley, oh man, Gary, she got a bit, mate. Look how cool that That's a cool helmet design. I like that. So Liara could be anywhere here, I'm guessing. Alright, it's round 2 with that worm. Couldn't do that in Andromeda. It's like an RC car, isn't it? But like, this is why it's like, this is a bit more realistic, because it feels like, I don't know, you are like the you know, the RCs that they send to like Mars and everything. It's kind of like that. Alright, let's go fight this worm again. Let's save it this time. Get out. Come on. How does that like work? Like, how do you even block that? Go, go, go! What are you doing? Go! I'm gonna boost. I forgot how you fight these effectively. Man, he's doing a lot of like damage. Still hit me. What the fuck? I suppose I am just leading it. And like, repair. And now our target's gone, which is great. Keep going. Oh shoot, why aren't you shooting? Why aren't you shooting? I ran out of bullets or something? There we go. Just stop shooting. Go in! Shit! Come on. Ah! It's hitting me no matter what. Like, what the fuck? Come on, shoot, shoot, shoot. Got it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Nice. Level terrain. Oh, can't get more level than this game.
Heading to position. Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Kahoka's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Some good stuff. There's gotta be something else on this planet. It'd be cool to drive on it. How the fuck? I suppose we barely got out alive. It'd be cool to drive one of them. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we gotta go back to the tower. That. Okay, we'll have a little bit of a look round. We'll spend another few more minutes having a look round. Probably be just a bit more, few more minerals, I bet. There should be something else here. I spent a lot of Omni-Gel on repairs though. Okay, I love that. Like, you can do that with the there's something down there with the nomaded first in Andromeda. I thought that was something. Yeah, the sun. Might not be anything else. Is there a map? Like, oh yeah, there is. Oh, here we go. So, surveyed. Okay. Main co. Oh, that's where we are. Distress signal. Anomaly. Okay, so I guess we'll go and do these and then we'll wrap up for today, and then we'll continue on in the next one. In good time though. So is there ammo to this? I can't remember. Oh yeah, like yeah, overheats, that's one. What about the cannons though? So if I overheat the gun, does that stop the cannon as well? So it doesn't stop the cannon. But like the cannon were locking up during that fight then. So I don't know what that was all about. Pretty cool though. So cool. The only thing is, I wish it was a bit quicker. Like, I think it'd be a lot more fun if this thing was a bit had a bit more speed, so you could proper ramp things and everything. So we go do that or the. They were having a go at me. It weren't level near that worm attack. And you look at that. It's not level. Oh, that's annoying. Can I even get my... What's my electronics skill? Oh yeah, I need to... Yeah, I need to... Okay, so I'll work on my decryption then, because I need to get this done. Guess we'll come back, I guess. It's a shame. Maybe with a bit of luck I'll level up during this map, maybe. I'm looking. Because can you see how far you are till you level up? Oh yeah, I only need... yeah. I need quite a bit. And why are you repairing? I didn't press Y. What the fuck? I just wasted some Omni gel then, and I didn't press that button. Nice. Let's see. So I need to come back here one day anyway. If I remember. Don't stop it. Oh shit. Yeah, all my Omni gels almost gone. Like, what the That's annoying. I need to go and save up some more then.
Heading to position.
You found Captain Million's identification tag. Now it's ended up here. That is impossible to know for sure. Oh, okay. Did I level up at all? Yeah, I need like another 1,000. It's a bit irritating. I don't think there's anything else here. Besides that, but we'll have to come back for that.
Fire in the hole!
So should be ended up here.
Negative contact.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll end it up here, I think. But yeah, it's been good. Hang on, let me. There we go. That'll do. Why is my thing moving? But yeah, it's been good. Like, I'm enjoying this. But yeah, I forgot about. I need to get my electronics up, definitely. So there's been a few computer locations that I need to get scanned. But I need my higher electronics. But we'll do that. We've only got. I need 1,000 XP, and we'll try and find Liara as soon as we can. And then we've got a whole squad from the get-go. Because I think when I first played this, I didn't get Liara till later on. Probably until I got through them first two locations where I was gonna go. But I think it'd be cool to have Liara from the get-go because you end up I think you start floating with Liara pretty straight away. If I remember. So it'd be kind of nice to somewhat see how it is from like having a full crew from the get-go instead of doing stuff without her, almost. She's quite a good crew member as well. And yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to lead into who I'm going to go romance-wise and all that stuff. But we'll see. Like, it's a good story anyway. This has got to be better than Star Wars, I think. Like I said, it's way more grounded and more close to what we could get one day. And it is a good bit of fun. And this planet exploration, it's very basic, but for me, I think this is a bit more enjoyable than Andromeda. Even though Andromeda is a bit more is obviously more detailed and stuff, and it's got a bit more realism to that, but with this it feels like you can just get on with it, and there's not a whole lot of padding or pointless things in between you and something. It's like it just feels like there's something cool here, let's collect it and go. That's it. There's not, like in Andromeda you always going backwards and forwards to the same locations, and but in this it's a decent planet exploration. I think I prefer in Mass Effect 2 with the scanning planets and collecting resources that way with beacons and all that stuff. I prefer that because that's even more of just getting it done. But then you do want some planet exploration. I think if anything they could do something like this with probably a bit more detail, a bit more things to do, but then have something like in Mass Effect 2 where you're just getting resources from planets. I think it's just better. And I suppose you could have some hub worlds that are a bit more detailed, maybe. But I wonder what they're going to use for Mass Effect 4, because I think that's what Andromeda had problems with, because it was using Frostbite. They were using the Frostbite engine, and I think that's, and I don't think they used it before. So they had to learn a new engine and then make it feel like a Mass Effect. So I suppose, yeah, they did all right, I guess. But I think maybe Unreal Engine 3 or it'd be 4 or 5 now, wouldn't it? Would probably do Mass Effect 4 better, because then you could do stuff more like this, where it's, I don't know, a bit more old school feeling, but then that's what you want. That's what you want to continue the story. You want it to feel old but new. Because some AAA games, they kind of go too far with the visuals and forget about the story. Like this, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. But it's all about the dialogue, the lore, and all that stuff. It's kind of like the Telltale games. You don't play Telltale games for the dialogue, for the gameplay. You play it for the story, and it just shows that single player games aren't dead. You just need to put the time in and create a good world and where you want to spend the time. And having like this somewhat mini game in a way of driving around in a vehicle shooting up earthworms that spitting acid at you, that's pretty cool. Especially for a game that came out however long ago. Like, when did Mass Effect come out? Because this feels like this is pretty close to No Man's Sky in a way. Like, sure, you're not exactly taking off, but it's kind of close. Mass Effect. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a good first sign for Mass Effect. I just googled it, and the first thing that came up is Mass Effect dead? Oh dear, that's not a good sign, is it? When did Mass Effect come out? Mass Effect release date. It's kind of stupid. They keep bringing up the Legendary Edition. Mass Effect. Fuck. 16th of November 2007. So it's not too old, really, but. And then 2010 was when Mass Effect 2 came out. And oh god, whoa, that's interesting. 2012 is when Mass Effect 3 came out, so it only took them 2 years to make Mass Effect 3. Which is kind of interesting. Because it was like 2007 to 2010. That's about 3 years, isn't it? Yeah, 3 years. So it hasn't took them to make. So when did? Then it took 2017 for Andromeda. Interesting. But yeah, pretty cool. That's the sun god, Jesus. Suppose that's a good end screen. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here for today, and then more or less continue on in the next episode. Later on today should be some State Decay. Then tomorrow will be Assassin's Creed. Then in the evening, Grounded. Then the day after we'll continue on in Mass Effect, and then in the evening, Grounded. And yeah, just keep an eye out for the next episode, where we'll just continue on right where we left off here, and then yeah, we'll try and find Liara, see, and explore some other planets. Because I'm dying to get into some gameplay now, because beginning of this episode, there was a lot of lore and exposition dump, and it was all good. Like, I love the world building in this, and it's probably a reason why they got Mass Effect 2. Because if they didn't add as much detail in this, I wonder if they would do a Mass Effect 2, or would have. I suppose the ending is pretty good as well, but yeah, really good anyway. So keep an eye out for the next episode. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.